Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. What the hell was that noise? Something with the roof. Right. Test 1, 2. Right, we are sorted. I do apologize, everyone. Hello, my name is Zia. I'm currently having a bit of an issue. As you might notice, you might hear the ticking noise of some keyboard presses. I still haven't sorted out my setup 100%, but hopefully it should still be at least reasonably enjoyable with the whole mic setup. I should get something that hangs from the ceiling. Though... Actually, no. I was actually a bit joking when I said hanging from the ceiling, but I now think actually, if I actually do string up a bit of rope, maybe, then things would actually work quite nicely. If I get a couple of strings, hang them up around, have the mic on that, and you know, wiggle it about. I don't really have the money for a professional boom. And anyways, this microphone that I received is technically my birthday present, given to me by, bought for me by my mother. Helped her a lot recently with having had a bit of a bad knee, a knee replacement operation. So I've been helping my mother and father, and she's just offered to give me a little something for my birthday and help me along. And of course, my birthday is, of course, this month. It's just a great thing, which actually gets to a topic of why we are streaming today. I'm going to be trying to stream for about 3 hours. A bit longer, build up my stamina, because what I want to do is the day before, after my birthday, we'll have to see what my exact plan is, but on that point, what I want to do is I want to have a little live stream, a little bit of a longer live stream, and I want to try and hit an 8-hour live stream, maybe. A bit nervous about that sort of idea, but the idea is, I want to celebrate my birthday in a new sort of way by having a live stream. As for what I'm doing is I'm literally just
Flugassistent deaktiviert. Deaktiviert.
Oh, this button. Acting woman. We're playing what for?
Antriebe gestoppt.
Autopilot.
Autopilot ausgeschaltet. Steuerungsmodus aktiviert. Steuerungsmodus.
I seem a bit flustered today, I think. I'm not too sure or happy about why or how. But yeah,
deaktiviert.
Did I actually even remember to bring the laser towers? Yes, I brought the laser towers.
Steuerungsmodus erreiche System. Die Leere.
I will admit I'm not in
Letzte Grenze.
the greatest of conditions, but with what's been happening, I wouldn't be surprised if anyone's not in good condition. Yeah. We're playing X4. I want to try and get a couple of more hours in, and of course, this is like notification for people who might be watching this live stream back in future, because I upload to YouTube. That means, of course, the VODs are always available and watchable for people who like, subscribe, and all those lovely things. They can always come back to see it. Which means it's very nice and convenient to make. I probably should try and adjust the volumes here, but sorry, my apologies.
Steuerungsmodus.
I'm not quite sure. Anyways, where are we going?
Steuerungsmodus
Yeah, okay, so
deaktiviert.
Yeah, so we're going to be playing a bit of X4. I'm going to be trying to hit for 3 hours. And, well, for the starters, because this is my little private little world, save I play and whatnot, there is a bit of an issue I want to try and get the Sapuro quickly before I do anything else, and I thought I would do it a little bit for fun and hilarity on live stream, how I usually get it, which is usually to just run in and grab it. Which is a bit dangerous because there is a Kark-Verwuster right next to the hive where the Sapuro is located. But I actually learned something actually useful about trying to deal with that thing, is that if we quickly go here to Mr. Artemis sector, you'll notice that's currently floating around here, and because there's a reason why it's because for some reason the Kark Ravager, or if you keep me for calling it a Verwuster, it has a tendency is that the moment you enter the area and it registers that someone's biz here or hasn't been here, it moves. It starts moving around, starts flying around. And also, I'm noticing.
Erwarte Befehle.
Never mind. Just for a moment, thought I saw something. Anyway, so we are sort of flying around here now. As for if you're curious what kind of save I'm working with and what I'm trying to do is I need to try and get a bunch of destroyers because I need to start intervening in this situation, this shit situation where this thing blows up and everything goes to hell. So I need to go up there, into Tharkas Cascade, into the Matrix, and destroy all these wolves and whatnots, and get that dealt with.
Steuerungsmodus.
Erwarte Befehle.
Steuerungsmodus deaktiviert.
I'm having nice little green
Erwarte
tea.
Befehle.
Keep my stomach, lungs, and everything in a good condition whilst I'm
Steuerungsmodus
streaming.
erreiche System. Artemis Schleier. Steuerungsmodus deaktiviert. Phonios E. Gas. Asteroid.
Of course, I'm always open for anyone liking to have a chat, or if you're in the future watching backwards onto this live stream on VOD, make sure to also give a little comment or chat. I do like a little chat here and there. Helps keep the sanity going in a good condition. Now, of course, we are approaching the location where the Sapuro is. I didn't see the Ravager. Maybe it despawned. That would
Steuerungsmodus
be terrible.
aktiviert. Laserturm platziert. Laserturm platziert. Laserturm platziert. Laserturm platziert. Sapporo. Laserturm platziert. Laserturm platziert. Antriebe gestoppt.
Then we want to turn around and get these people as distracted as possible by just everything. I could have placed those a lot better, to be honest. Not to worry. It's all going according to plan.
Reisemodus nicht möglich.
Ignore the fact that I'm about to die. I should have done that better.
Werfe aus.
Well, we're here now, so let's get going.
Notfallauswurf erfolgreich.
Well, fuck. I probably should have not gone as heavily inwards. Well, ain't that lovely? That wasn't actually.
Autopilot ausgeschaltet.
I didn't quite say quick save earlier. I was too busy talking shit. Oh well. My own fault. Should have planned. Should have been paying it more attention
Erwarte Befehle.
instead of yapping on about things. I do really want to try and maybe get some kind of thing going.
Steuerung erreiche System. Artikwas
Try and
Glaube.
stream for at least, well, a little bit over 3 hours, or 2 hours at least, today. Try and get used to doing this for extended periods of time.
Steuerungsmodus.
And I need to
deaktiviert.
figure out something to do with mic where it's not too picking up on the keyboard. I'm wondering, like, one of the ideas is I make a mount that I mount on the screen, or on this screen, or over here. If I do it here, it's going to pick up a lot of the sound from the computer itself. That's going to be admittedly a lot more annoying than a couple of key clicks to be hearing the whirring of fans in comparison.
Steuerungsmodus deaktiviert. Süden.
There goes my new ship. If you know this game, you know where this ship comes from and what storyline mission was just finished.
Erreiche System. Weiter
Well,
Kontakt.
actually, technically, it's not yet finished because, in accordance with my plan of invading and grinding through Matrix, I will need to make use of that last little special button to get some of the shit out of that area and into the Terran Protectorate space. They can fucking deal with it, I don't care. Whilst I take care of the actual issues at hand.
Erreiche System. Die Leere. Flugassistent aktiviert.
I wonder with the new diplomacy if it would be possible to basically break the alliance between not only Antigone and Argon, but then make the Boron allies with the Earth and not war with everyone else, and so create a weird sort of
Erreiche
Terran
System.
and
Letzte
Boron
Grenze.
empire as allies. Probably, yes.
Steuerungsmodus deaktiviert.
The question is how difficult it's going to be to do that. There'll be a lot of time spent to do that because I currently have the one agent. I need to get the researches and whatnot done for the other ones.
B.
Before I do that,
Steuerungserreiche System. Atias Unglück.
Erwarte Befehle.
but is that sort of thing what I noticed, of course, with these things is that you gotta try and thin their numbers, break their economy, break in, flood in, because the big issue is
Deaktiviert.
the Xenon aren't as idle as some people might make it out to be. And some people, of course, oh, the Xenon are so easy to wipe out. Oh, so easy. Maybe if you've clapped your hands and spawned in 500 Asgard battleships at the start of the game, yeah, then it's very fucking easy to get rid of all the Xenon in the galaxy, and then, well, congratulations. But for other people, it might be a little bit more difficult, especially if they are the type of people who might,
Deaktiviert.
oh, excuse me, the type of people who might struggle a bit with combat in this game. And in that case, I would say is know your pause button. It's very useful, especially if you, because remember this is a
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert.
it might be easier to make sure you do that because remember it's a single player game, you can do what you want in it, I guess. But why complain about the Xenon? And if you might be wondering now, why do I say that? But then what about that comment I made earlier about clapping your hands and just summoning 1,000 Asgards and then complaining about it being easy? Well, that's the thing. If you playing your single player game and then complain that it's too easy after you just basically summoned an endless stream of
Antriebe gestoppt.
the biggest battleship in the game,
System Artemis Schleier.
well, technically the only battleship you can get in game
deaktiviert.
is the Asgard. The only battleship you can get is the Asgard. So technically it is the biggest by default.
Erwarte Befehle.
Verwüster.
There is the
Laserturm platziert.
Now I just
Laserturm
put a
platziert.
couple of little towers near him just to make him a little bit busy.
Steuerungsmodus. Königinwächter.
And I want to save here just so I don't have to do that entire trip over again.
Spiel gespeichert.
Oh, my apologies.
Tag Verteidigungsnest. Steuerungsmodus aktiviert.
Let's go.
Laserturm platziert. Laserturm platziert. Laserturm platziert. Laserturm platziert. Laserturm platziert. Sapporo. Laserturm platziert. Laserturm platziert. Reisemodus aktiviert. Laserturm platziert.
More
Laserturm
of these
platziert.
laser
Laserturm
towers.
platziert. Laserturm platziert. Antriebe gestoppt. Antriebe gestoppt.
If I remember correctly, the
Scan-Modus aktiviert.
thing is on here.
Antriebe gestoppt.
Here it is.
Antriebe gestoppt. Triebwerke aus. Steuerungsmodus aktiviert.
Oh no.
Notfallauswurf erfolgreich.
Actually, this is actually, I didn't realize this is the first time in this sort of save that I technically have lost a ship. Now, whilst the Kark are all scrambling and distracted, I can swiftly claim my
Antriebe
ship.
gestoppt. Antriebe gestoppt. Andockerlaubnis erteilt.
This is my boat now.
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert.
Fly in such a way that they're all a bit distracted. The nice thing is this ship is it actually has quite a bit of boost capacity.
Reisemodus aktiviert.
Make sure we keep boosting whilst I charge the drive.
Jäger.
And fire some missiles at their direction.
Steuerungsmodus deaktiviert.
And provided none of them follow me. Yeah, this is our ship now. I'm kind of curious what to name it though.
Schwarmwächter.
I'll probably call it something like Engel. Something like that. Angel of some sorts. Because I do feel the display of how the missiles
Steuerungsmodus
fire,
aktiviert.
the way the missiles fire out of the ship, it does give this invoking of like wings, but like formed out of missiles.
Verwüster.
Shall we tease this guy as we go by? I don't think we should risk it. It'd be funny. No, no good. That's not gonna work.
Deaktiviert.
Oh no, he did hit him. we did nick him. We just blew past.
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert.
This is a drive-by like, fuck you! Just go.
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert. Leerer Raum.
I'm actually going to pause game here for a second. Off guidance, we don't need that anymore. I am heading back home. In the meantime, I believe one of my destroyers here currently you could shuffle some crew around. You. Black Lightning. Sapporo. Send some people there. Now, some of these ships I actually went and changed a bit to have a thingy and a thingy. Try this then.
Kann ich helfen?
Erreiche System. Artias.
Verstanden.
Kann ich helfen? Bestätigt. Kann ich helfen? Bestätigt. Steuerungsmodus aktiviert. Flugassistent aktiviert.
Alright, there we go. Get those crews coming in.
Flugassistent deaktiviert.
Annoyingly, this thing doesn't seem to be quite responsive on the turns. Odd. Come on. Damn, this thing's fucking shit at changing directions in Super Cruise. It may very well be just be easier if I just go like this. Stop your... Déjà vu!
Steuerungsmodus deaktiviert.
Change direction! Well, we're just gonna have to drift this thing through the gateway, I guess. Oh, I get that. Ow. Luckily I don't have taken out my engine. There we go.
Reisemodus aktiviert. Reisemodus deaktiviert.
No, don't, no, I want to go that way! Why? Oh, I'm getting so pissed
Reisemodus
off.
aktiviert. Superhighway. Artias Unglück 1.
Oh, because we are actually on a beta, I can actually equip the Sapporo with things other than the Heron Ion Gun, EM gun.
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert.
Because, well, the wheels are oyster. We can put all kinds of shit on this. Excuse the language. But you know. Swings and roundabouts. I'd like a little bit of swearing. Sue me.
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert. Antriebe gestoppt. Xenon Verteidigungsstation.
Fire missile.
Superhighway. Artias Unglück 1.
Fuck you.
Steuerungsmodus deaktiviert.
I actually should check what's the max range of these
Reisemodus
missiles again.
aktiviert.
It's been a while since I've had a Sakura
Deaktiviert.
in any of my saves. Right.
Erreiche Artias Unglück 1. Reisemodus aktiviert. Steuerungsmodus deaktiviert. Sprungtor. Letzte Grenze.
Alright, let's see here. The max range of the barrage. Military missiles. Heavy barrage missile is effective range is 10 kilometers. The light one is 17 kilometers, but actually, detonation output 550 versus 1100. It's actually not that bad when you think about it. Especially if it's for a salvo. The good velocity, 70 kilometer range. I do know from personal experience that it doesn't quite. It's not going to be able to kill any XL ships. That's just not going to happen. It's not going to destroy any capital ships. Those missiles. But it may be very useful as a pirating ship. Because this thing does have
Erreiche System. Letzte Grenze.
a good store of troops that I can fill in. It's probably not
Steuerungsmodus
as much
aktiviert.
as good of a boarding ship
Steuerungsmodus
as raiding and boarding ship as the what's its name again? As Trinity, aka the Hyperion. The Hyperion also has proper guns for dealing with forward-facing threats.
Steuerungsmodus. Erreiche System. Die Leere.
For dealing with forward-facing threats, which is a little bit better, I would say, in a way. You need something that'll be able to shoot guns and engines and all those lovely things.
Antriebe gestoppt.
Oh my god, we're doing the drift again, aren't we? We're drifting again. I am going to scream and kill everyone around me.
Sprungtor. Weiter Kontakt.
I think I'll just call this HMS Tokyo because it's just constantly drifting. Well, I can just sort of like overestimate it a bit. Then we can overkill it. There we go.
Reisemodus aktiviert.
Now we start moving.
Steuerungsmodus.
Oh, and there's
deaktiviert.
actually a bit of a noise. When I did that, I just quickly closed the side of something to make a little bit less noise in the room, to see if that helps a bit with the new mic and everything, see if everything works nicely and whatnot. But of course we'll play around with those things still.
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert. Erreiche System. Weiter Kontakt.
What's happening again? What's happening again?
Antriebe gestoppt.
It's just drifting.
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert.
The advantage of this thing is it does have wonderful radar range. I mean, that does probably come down with the fact that it's not really a destroyer. It's an exploration ship that's been turned into a destroyer. Which actually, if you know some actual knowledge about real life ship classes and construction methods, in a sort of weird roundabout way, a lot of destroyers are really just standard ships that have been converted into a destroyer. Because in the grander scheme of things, it's very difficult to construct large war ships, and by extent sort of in X4 Foundations that sort of rule sort of carries over naturally, because a large colossal XL carrier or the Asgard battleship, there's a large quantity of resources, manpower, stations, transports, mining vessels that have to go into building that stuff. And in real life you find that a lot of real life battleships are incredibly expensive, and it's only why certain countries were actually able to even build battleships, because you need not only the economic strength to be able to warrant the construction of these things, there's also the physical materials that have to be brought in, processed and shifted. So you need a long chain of infrastructure that a lot of people just don't have. But of course there's a question of, well, what the fuck do we do when X or Y group comes in with their ship? And the answer is, well, destroyer. You get a lighter, somewhat faster ship, cover it with, well, some other torpedo gun, etc. That is very good weight to explosion radius sort of thing, like torpedoes for real life, some kind of cannon, and that's your destroyer. You send that in.
Reisemodus aktiviert. Sprungtor Argon Prime. Steuerungsmodus deaktiviert.
Shit, I've got something on my knee. Not knee, nail. Excuse me. What am I saying? So I've got something here on my nail, suddenly distracted me. Where was I? Yeah, the expenses of warships. Warships are incredibly expensive. It's also probably why, lore-wise, and by extent also gameplay-wise, why the Argon Federation and other factions, except for the Terran Protectorate, have a battleship. Because, spoiler alert, it's fucking expensive. A carrier is more justifiable in a way, because you need to note that, of course, the thing about carriers, especially with what was learned with naval combat in World War II, is that a plane can be incredibly dangerous, and by extent in X4 Foundations as well. A single lad or laddess who has a torpedo rack, launcher, or maybe just a missile launcher, and a couple of missiles, and a bit of gumption, is going to fucking cripple any battleship or destroyer, which is really just flying in and shooting out their engines. Like, this is not, I was like, oh, well, that's what the player does. It doesn't matter for, well, no, that shit has happened to me as I was playing in a different save. The amount of times my Hyperion has had its engine shot out by a small split vessel armed with a missile or a torpedo is, well, not that much, but enough for me to go, holy fucking shit, this is fucking annoying.
Reisemodus aktiviert.
It is definitely one of those weaknesses, and why in a way, the Hyperions are actually very good because it's got just that capacity to act like a mini carrier for 1-2 fighters. So it's always useful to have a little fighter to basically swat those little buggers out of the sky before they can shoot your engine out. And they do love to go for the engine. I imagine it must be incredibly difficult for other ships, especially if you've maybe got like an Asgard and suddenly a little split Mamba with a pair of torpedo launchers just goes. Split thinks it's funny, ha 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 ha, blows out your engine. You're stuck now. You can't turn that massive gun around anymore, and you're shit out of luck. And sort of on that basis of
Antriebe gestoppt.
well, of being so easily capable of knocking out. Ah, shit! Another fucking battleship in particular. For context, that's a little bit of an alert thing. Well, I anyways need to start moving in there now. It's the space control. It's the space control. We need to get rid of that now. Now. While it's here and easily taken out. Right, so someone will have to just remind me of what topic I was yapping on about the battleships and the cost of battleships. I'll just quickly just deal with this.
Reisemodus aktiviert.
So I'd rather not it be an issue later on when I need to go into Tharkas Cascade and the Matrix.
Steuerungsmodus deaktiviert.
I keep on forgetting the number. My mind's not always the best with remembering. Matrix 79B. That's the...
H. Steuerungsmodus aktiviert.
The H is the number one reason why I 100% will always start a game on custom setting and give myself the blueprint for the H. And because it is an incredibly dangerous ship. With good reason for it being dangerous. It's got an incredibly dangerous turret, only 2 large turrets that are incredibly dangerous, yes. But coupling it in with the fact is it's got that massive capacity of easily carrying 60 defense drones. Not just carrying 60 defense drones, but also carrying 60 defense drones. Yes, I know. Oh, come on.
Antriebe gestoppt. Triebwerk.
Well, at least I'm happy to see that the alarm system still rings.
Antriebe gestoppt.
I forgot to reload my missiles. So this may be completely suicidal.
Geschützturm.
Get rid of that gun.
Antriebe
Now.
gestoppt.
Okay, we're gonna just get rid of that. Breathe. Calm down. Let's think. I do think I've got some missiles in my inventory. I've got to actually reload missiles. How many dumbfires do I have in this hole? Yeah, I've got a random assortment of dumbfire missiles. That's better than nothing, I guess. Oh, this is really bad.
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert. Antriebe gestoppt. Steuerungsmodus aktiviert. H. Geschützturm.
These turrets before they tear me a new one. Preferably also get rid of its other gun edges before, so I can't swing around or run away. Of course, in the hands of the AI, I don't seem to quite like using it to its full extent of its power. Like I found, the thing about the H is it's a destroyer. Yes, it doesn't have a forward-mounted gun. But the thing is, it technically does have a forward-mounted gun. It has... it's launching all its drones there, and yeah, that's its forward-mounted gun. It's got 60 of them, or depending on setup, like 66 small little Yes, Estel guns, but do remember that the defense drone, the gun on the defense drone is a standard pulse laser. Yes, that doesn't sound very much, but when you've got 60 of them, and it's nothing to sniff at, but like, in such vast quantity, it suddenly becomes incredibly, well, dangerous.
Antriebe gestoppt.
To have something as deadly as this. It's also got a nice bit of utility because it's got a storage for gas, containers, and solid. It can actually work nicely as something of a runner ship to grab things and run for it. And it's just generally just a cool ship. Oy, oy. Well, okay, so that place is dealt with.
PE.
That was, I'll be honest, I saw my life flashing before my eyes. Oh, that was not pleasant. I will not lie. That was not pleasant. I do not like. I'd rather take on several K's. Well, I'd be lying if I say I'll take on several I's over taking several H's, but then again, I'd rather take on an H than an I.
Danke.
Oh boy.
Antriebe gestoppt. Steuerung Sprungtor. Tarkas Zusammenbruch.
Oh, I'm out of breath. Whew. Deep breaths. We're calm. We're nice and calm.
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert. PE.
Danke für Ihre Hilfe.
Sie haben einen ernsten Fehler gemacht.
M.
Have a nice sip of green tea as well.
N.
Just to keep things rolling. But that, of course, now means that is no longer a problem for when I want to try and go through. Well, as if it's Tharkas Cascades, Xenon H that just was there. There's like a limited amount of them in the galaxy. I can't remember if they respawn or not. Which is part of the reason why I sort of like to start a custom game and actually give myself a blueprint for that thing, because I love it.
Antriebe gestoppt.
The H is actually a good way if you want to learn how to pilot a carrier and function with your wings and whatnot, without having to spend the excessive amount of
Antriebe gestoppt.
resources to have multiple destroyers, such. Speaking of multiple destroyers, we may want to actually now start
Aktiviert.
the siege right here on live stream. I don't really want to be honest.
Steuerungsmodus deaktiviert.
I mean,
Danke für Ihre Hilfe.
you do currently have what seems to be
M.
several Terran Protectorate ships flying in
Raya. E.
for a
Sprungtor.
assault, so it might actually be a good idea to just do it now.
Deaktiviert.
I might need to pause there for a second whilst I quickly do some things. I'm actually going to excuse me for doing this. Let's just switch off the music for a second, just so we can plan. Right, I need my destroyers and I need to be in some kind of condition to be actually fight. My shipyard is not capable of servicing such large ships at the current moment, so I can't do that. I need to start pushing in there. The Sapporo, you'll just have to wait until we can outfit you. So you can just sit there and wait. Fun fact, these 4 Phoenix E's that I have, I did not buy them. They've been happily sponsored by the Scale Plate Pact. How kind of them. Their equipment is right, but I might need to double check all of them. Because I don't really have the equipment there, we're just going to have to ask them to quickly go to the Taladi and see if we can get that sorted. We want to make sure they all have travel engines, shield Mark 2's there, all round Mark 2's that. We want shield. Honestly, we might actually want to tell them, make sure you get one, each of you get one of the shield components. Can they go to the equipment dock? Because the equipment dock should probably have a lot of spare items. And get one level 2 shield. Just because of the severity of the siege that I'm going to be doing. I don't really have the credits here. Crazy amount of credits. Shields Taladi Mark 1. Taladi Mark 2 for those. You know what, actually for the beam lasers, I actually get Taladi Mark 2 shield generators to cover those safely in some other way. Make sure they are running. And what I probably want to do is have them all put on a default paint and get rid of that scale plate colors. They don't need those anymore. They're not scale plate ships anymore. They're my ships. As for repairs, I'm not going to repair them. If they lose their shields and start taking damage, they're going to be dead anyways. That's why I would rather spend the credits to get their shields upgraded. Yeah. And then they need to meet us here. And the 2 Osakas, they are fine on their equipment if I put it off the top of my head. As well. Both of them travel drives, shields Mark 2s. I can also tell them just get all around Mark 2 travel drives. Of course, we want to tell them replace one of their shield generators on each one with a Mark 2 shield generator, so they have better shielding. For their turrets, I'm not actually going to do the thing of putting those in, put the plasmas, but they're going to be bombarding things. I'm actually saying that now. It's going to be heckin' expensive, but whatever. Do it. Do it now. Get done there and fly over to Mastin. Then, as for my new ship, the Black Lightning, I need... I'm just not going to be able to get this thing outfitted there. It's just got to wait until I've actually got a shipyard to do this outfitting. So I only have 6 destroyers. With in future we're going to have more destroyers, yes, but overall, a bit of a shit situation to be taking on an entire Xenon sector. Especially since I currently, a few seconds ago, pointed out that I don't actually have my missiles loaded.
Antriebe gestoppt. Containermagnet aktiviert. Container.
Good thing we can procure some ammunition
Antriebe gestoppt.
in the field. Is that any dumbfires?
Danke für Ihre Hilfe.
Antriebe gestoppt.
Yeah, there's a light guided missile now.
Container.
have to admit, this is probably one of the most annoying sounds ever. The constant just having to hold O to contain a magnet everything.
Munitionscontainer.
That's only EMP missile.
E-Hammer. E. Container.
Der Klumpenmetall hat mich wirklich...
Antriebe gestoppt.
Wow, the way she says that, the German voice over for that line, it's no better or worse than the variant when the English person said that line in the game. Oh my word! Wow, that machine actually hit me. Like, what kind of statement is that? And like the other one is like, not bad for a machine, I guess. And it's like, what are you talking about? What is your goal with that line? Do you expect that the machine is going to respond to you like, oh, thank you, I've been practicing a lot of my shooting, and then you're gonna have, I don't know, some kind of montage clip or something, and it's going to be you two on your first date and whatnot, and it's going to be all happy clappy, and then a little bit later it's got like, oh, your wedding day and whatnot. Because you all got romantically involved after you flirted with them and told them, like, oh, your shooting's quite good, yeah. No, it's a fucking AI drone. It's not even a CPU chip with a full sentience. It is just a drone. There's no fucking way of going, oh, not bad for a machine. What the fuck is... It genuinely actually fucking triggers me.
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert. Reisemodus aktiviert.
Not bad for a machine, I suppose. You know. As they fucking
Erwarte Befehle.
blast them to Kingdom Come for several high artillery shells and graviton turrets that are just on an automatic algorithm. Oh no, I just got to saving my missile launcher. So all those missiles I just I collected in a moment ago, just
Antriebe gestoppt.
spaffed them away now.
Container.
My stupid fault. I have no one to blame but myself, and I'm pissed off because I've no one to blame but myself. I think you could blame YouTube.
Reisemodus aktiviert.
Yes, I could blame the fact that I'm streaming currently the game, that I wasn't quite paying enough attention to the fact that my missile launchers were still active. Yes, let's go with that. Yeah, it's definitely YouTube's fault. Not mine. Definitely YouTube's.
Sprungtor.
And everyone on there. All their fault. Not mine. Don't think about it.
Das werden Sie mir büßen. Unnützes Stück Raumschrott.
Antriebe gestoppt.
Mehr Schaden aufteilen müssen, um uns ernsthaft etwas anzuhaben.
Come on, get through the gate.
Gefahr. Gefährliche Region entdeckt.
Also, for some people who might be watching or seeing in the future and may be curious about what's going on or don't know, for a little bit of context of why the game is currently in English titles and display and German voiceover, well, the short of it is basically, well, I would like to try and learn a bit of German, and in order to first, before I start with anything else, I decide, well, I'll quickly just absorb some of the language in a passive sort of way. Am I like sort of passively have it in background and hearing it a bunch of times? Mean that I would be able to absorb some of the language over time. So when I start trying to learn it proper, I have a good head start. Which of course means I'm finding some of the games that I have that have German voiceovers that I can put in German and still keep English subtitles and go from there.
NPE.
There is a battleship nearby.
PE.
If we want to assault here, we're going to have to be careful. It's not just the endless hordes of little ships we have to deal with, but also the larger battle cruisers and battleships.
N.
That's just a Xenon station. That should be easier to eliminate in first, but
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert.
of course that's how I isn't going to give any better coverage, but just as general with a buff onto how much we're seeing. We're only 1 hour in and I really feel like I'm going to pass out. I do not have stamina.
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert.
Ui, ui.
PE. N. M. N. Munition. PE. N.
That was annoying. Just as I shot them, they turned friendly. Well, not friendly, they abandoned ship. Or at least in the case of the Xenons, like
SE.
severe shock to the CPU happened from the impact and just brain deaded it.
Antriebe gestoppt. Antriebe gestoppt. SE. M. Gefahr. Gefährliche Region entdeckt. M.
I hope no one's getting nausea from this, because I am.
Magnet aktiviert. PE. Antriebe gestoppt.
Definitely one of the things I'm going to do when I can get some engineering done on this Hyperion Trinity is I am definitely going to invest in turning rate. So more lightweight or polish or reduce drag so that I have faster rotation speed.
Gefahr. Gefährliche Region entdeckt.
Because with the ability to turn faster, I can avoid having to do this shit. It's like the whole reason why I get beam lasers on Hyperion, because if you've got very fast sort of weapon that has a bit more damage, but it has a projectile travel time, you'll often end up in a situation where the enemies are just constantly flying around in circles, not doing anything, and you're not doing anything to them, and they're not doing anything to you. Which is understandably very annoying, especially if you've got no backup, or a situation we are currently in. We are currently waiting for backup to arrive, which can be infuriating.
Gefahr. Gefährliche Region. N. M.
Das halte ich nicht mehr länger aus.
Containermagnet deaktiviert.
Any of them here yet? Well, one of them started fixing. We'll get there. Right.
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert.
There's a behemoth here now.
E-Hammer. E.
I'm going to make use of its guns, even if they are not very precision guns, and they might be some guns that have long travel time. As I can see already, its large turret is a plasma turret,
Geschützturm.
which is slightly disappointing.
E-Hammer. E. Geschützturm.
And it has missile launchers and tracker launchers, and probably doesn't have any ammo right now. Sorry about that language there.
M.
I mean, any sort of weapon is better than nothing, I guess. Especially if it's going to be in some other way helping me push this area.
N. M. Antriebe gestoppt. N. M. PE.
Remember, safety in numbers, especially against an enemy that relies on overwhelming you with endless numbers.
Gefahr. Gefährliche Region entdeckt. N.
I'm suddenly curious if I could use the Hyperion's ability to make ammunition for dock ships to make barrage missiles.
PE.
That'd be a bit hilarious. I would have to do the same trick I do to make missiles for the ship without having to land somewhere else, because you basically have a small ship that has a lot of missile capacity. You load it up with one missile, and then it, well, when you tell that ship, like, oh yeah, dock at the Hyperion and reload this missile that you don't have and don't plan to use, but then you can just tell the ship then, okay, afterwards, load,
Containermagnet deaktiviert.
right?
Containermagnet
Load the,
aktiviert.
transfer the ammo from your ship into the Hyperion, and then the Hyperion's missile launchers are reloaded. Incredibly roundabout way of doing something like that. It's actually a massive waste of time, and I'd rather have a shipyard to do it. It saves a lot of effort, back and forth, cheesing. My deepest apologies about that, everyone.
SE.
I'm merely just disappointed with myself right now. How could I? How can I be already
Antriebe
flagging?
gestoppt.
We're only 1 hour in.
Gefährliche Region entdeckt. M.
Might be time for a little bit of a break. Especially if this behemoth has only got one fucking turret that isn't a missile launcher. I mean, I have only myself to blame.
PE. Sprungtor. Hatikwas Entscheidung. Steuerungsmodus deaktiviert.
Alright, everyone. I am going to take a quick little break. I'm gonna get up, stretch my leg. I am going
Gefährliche Region
to
entdeckt.
get
Erreichte
a
System.
cup of coffee,
Hatikwas Entscheidung.
and then we're going to continue.
Antriebe gestoppt.
So I am going to put on the pause screen here.
Antriebe gestoppt.
Let's zoom in like that a bit. Yeah, okay, right. Then I'm going to quickly go on a little bit of a break. Yeah, I'll be about 3 or 4 minutes. I will start yapping and you can hear me yap when I'm back. Hello, I'm back. And of course, I have a small break in the audio. So go in and out here. I do wonder if there's a way I can actually stop that out from X4 Foundations from doing that. Excuse me about that cough there. Right, where
Hard
was I?
aktiviert. M. Steuerungsmodus deaktiviert.
Well, I've got to wait for the destroyers to arrive so I can actually do some of this operation. How many of them have arrived yet? Great. They're coming.
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert. M. Antriebe gestoppt.
What I might do is I'm going to tell them to just follow me,
Motor. Tarkas Zusammenbruch.
because that tends to work
Steuerungsmodus
slightly better
deaktiviert.
in the long run, or some of this stuff. And we want to say, I don't want him to join me. Follow until further notice.
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert.
So we have a general plan here, going in here. Let's also just do a cheeky little save, just in case anything goes horribly wrong. Or maybe, who knows, maybe the computer crashes, or... I haven't had a computer crash in quite a while.
Endbereiche System.
I used to be having an issue with my computer and my hardware, but I managed to actually find why it was happening. And
M.
yeah,
Antriebe
it's quite
gestoppt.
annoying when I had that little bit of bug happening with my computer crashing. I managed to figure out what it was and actually sort it out. It was actually surprisingly my computer case that was the issue with my computer crashing, which is was disconcerting. It made me think of well, how many other computer issues that I had before that was caused by my computer case. But nevertheless, I've now got a different computer case. It's a other computer, scrap computer that I got secondhand a couple of years ago when I still had a job. I basically took the old parts out of it and put my current parts in it. It's a bit cramped, I would admit, but and not as fancy or interesting as a computer case. But you know, at least it just isn't giving issues.
Antriebe gestoppt.
In the grand scheme of things, that's going to be a lot better than anything else. Have a nice sip of coffee too. Now, question is, which station are we going to attack first? I do think we should actually attack this one first. We'll have to get rid of the Xenon K first,
Steuerungsmodus
and go from
aktiviert.
there. I probably should have some other
Reisemodus aktiviert.
small ship to deal with the turrets as quickly as possible, but at the same time, I do have this
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert.
Hyperion, which is decently good enough for that job.
Steuerungsmodus deaktiviert.
As long as they don't come in too close, or at too sudden a pace, I should be able to do that just fine. And as we destroy these stations and whatnot, we can pull this area into our pocket, instead of being the Xenon's pocket.
Geschützturm.
We
Antriebe gestoppt.
And that's why I like the Teladi engines for this thing, is that the
Antriebe gestoppt.
brake power is kind of bloody important. Okay, this fucking bullshit is happening. Keep me
Geschützturm.
targeting on one of those turrets.
Gefahr. Gefährliche Region entdeckt.
Be a bit of scum. Pause the game. Because it's always such a bloody fucking pain to target these little fucks. Excuse my language or swearing so much, but that is really how I feel about these little shitty turrets at the bottom, at the belly of a cave. They are the worst to target in a pinch because you click or you target. Oh, I want to get it there. No, it's going to be targeting anything and everything else. So you don't have to pause the game, select a target, go to external view, select the thing there, at the actual thing, and then we can actually start shooting before these graviton turrets tear us a new one. Now, I've still got one more graviton turret, but I guess we can start by dismantling the rest of it. I'm not going to be worrying too much about the shots that are coming in on my sides and everything. I just want to get rid of this thing. And, combat capacity.
Gefahr. Gefährliche Region entdeckt. Antriebe gestoppt.
Here we go. Bam!
Antriebe gestoppt.
Let's start getting some of these things. In the meantime, how many of you are you're here? Okay, you start helping. And then start helping with that.
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert.
And so we go, ring around the rosy, spinning around.
Antriebe gestoppt.
Well, you know what? I can go towards my phoenixes who have got beam turrets who love to introduce you. Beam turrets and bolt guns. Oh, it would be so fun, wouldn't it be?
Antriebe gestoppt.
Who are you attacking? No, 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 no. Remove all orders. You will attack this shit first. Useless little cunt.
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert. M. Phoenix. E. M.
I'm actually considering changing up the beam lasers for bolt turrets, but then I'm still thinking that they might not have enough velocity to deal with enemies.
Antriebe gestoppt.
Das tut mir wirklich schrecklich leid. Es wird nicht noch einmal passieren.
What the hell's that double firing? Man, I wish I could fire like that. That's cool. Two Phoenix guns just going like that. Bam, 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 bam. Firing in sequence.
Gefährliche Haar. PE. Antriebe gestoppt.
Ah, sorry, I'm hugging you. Oh no, so much friendly firing happening.
Containermagnet deaktiviert.
Ah.
Antriebe gestoppt.
Now, if memory serves me right, there's that Xenon station does actually have one graviton turret.
Antriebe
So
gestoppt.
I need to be mindful of that and quickly find it and quickly remove it before it deletes any of my ships.
Gefahr. Gefährliche Region entdeckt. Laserturm Mark 1.
Really? Bastard. bastards dropping laser darts.
F,
There we go. That's what we like to see. Overlapping heavy beam turret coverage.
K,
And they're shooting him.
Xenon, Geschütz, Schild, Geschütz, 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 Schild, Geschütz, Geschütz, Schild, Geschütz, 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 Geschützturm. Schild,
Probably
Geschütz,
very
Schild,
annoying to listen
Geschützturm.
to, but hey,
Schild,
whatever.
Schild, Geschütz, Schild, Geschütz, Schild, Schild, Geschütz, Schild, Geschütz, Schild, Geschütz, Schild, Geschütz, Schild, 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 Geschütz, Schild, Schild, Geschütz, Schild, Geschützturm.
There we go. Graviton target. Right there. Actually, it was right in front of us, so... Yeah. Has the other ships arrived? Oh yeah, you have. Move all orders. You can just start already on that. Move all orders. Start on that. We're missing one person. Where's the last Saka? Ah, you're still coming. I guess you were lost in the queue.
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert.
Eh.
Gefahr. Gefährliche Region entdeckt. Antriebe gestoppt. Geschützturm.
I might as well destroy this as well, so I'm here.
Schildgenerator. Xenon. Schildgenerator. Geschützturm. Xenon Station. Steuerungsmodus
Let's quickly
deaktiviert.
check here. Where is there any other Graviton turrets I need to quickly worry about? I love how some people actually complain like, oh my god, Xenon's so easy, and then also at the same time so many people going, oh my god, Xenon fucking stations are completely incapable of being destroyed because all of my 500 Asgards fucking YOLO'd into it and got torn apart by the Graviton turrets. And it's like, well, you know what you could do about that?
Gefahr. Gefährliche Region
Put
entdeckt.
some personal input in and actually tell them and get in there and say, you know, destroy the Graviton turret. They're not that difficult to destroy. Like the biggest enemy with the Xenon, and like, and where I would
Steuerungsmodus
agree,
aktiviert.
like, yeah, in some way, they're not exactly the biggest threat in the galaxy, is that they are, well, they're only a threat if you're asleep. Because a lot of their weapons are incredibly short range, incredibly deadly damage. And by that sense, it can be incredibly dangerous. Come on, guys.
Osaka.
Get in here.
Steuerungsmodus
Damn, I
deaktiviert.
love that sight. Just look at that. Just look at that. One sod thinks they can
Gefahr.
come and take
Gefährliche
us
Region
on.
entdeckt.
And they're getting the ever-living hell shot out of them from overlapping turrets. You love to see it. A fleet of destroyers. And with the yellow skin on instead of the scale plate shite smeared on it, it look quite nice. Yeah, like a slightly not bronze, not gold, brass. That's a bit more of a brass color. Brass. My big brass mushroom ships.
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert.
Don't think too much about it into that. About the mushroom shape.
HUD aktiviert. Gefahr. Gefährliche Region entdeckt. Xenon Station.
This is of course where a useful point where having someone to talk to whilst on the live stream would be quite lovely. Unfortunately, I don't have any chatting people in the live stream right
Antriebe
now.
gestoppt.
Of course, if you're in the future watching the VOD, I will always welcome a hello, a favorite, a subscribe, and everything. If you do so. I do also need to try and figure out how I get, if anyone does chat on YouTube chat, to pop up on screen so everyone can see when they look at the VOD. Oh, hey, there was someone and they were saying something, and that's why I might maybe say something like, hold on, let me just quickly mute someone or something, or reply to something that someone said.
Steuerungsmodus
Ooh, is the
deaktiviert.
other one here yet? Oh yeah, you are. Wonderful. Attack.
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert. Gefahr.
And
Gefährliche
that's
Region.
what I like about the
Osaka.
Osaka. My personal preference for laying siege to stations is having
Phoenix. E.
a Phoenix or so on,
Deaktiviert.
with more of a mind of getting rid of interceptors who are trying to come and defend the station. Got to sort of there. So large beam lasers, bolt turrets on the rest of the hard points to point defense, get rid of things around them, and then of course you have the
Steuerungsmodus deaktiviert. Hat deaktiviert.
then you of course have the Osaka, which nice thing about the Osaka and how the AI usually fights with it is that the main weapon has a slightly shorter range than other destroyer class weapons. So they actually very nicely line up with a lot of the plasma turrets.
Gefährliche Region entdeckt.
And plasma turrets are of course your main bread and butter when you want to destroy a station, lay siege to a station in any sort of shorter time period. So you've got the large plasma turrets, you've got those main guns, and you've got 3 of them on this little package, and it's quite a snazzy looking little ship. And that's why I've got 2 of them, as I had to purchase them, unfortunately. I couldn't pirate them somewhere. The scale plate don't actually use the Osaka in any sort of sense of
Steuerungsmodus
the way.
aktiviert.
So I can't liberate them. I'd have to steal them from the Terran Protectorate, and not yet at a stage where I want to make war with them. Not yet, anyways. And that actually goes back onto something I said earlier about the challenge of Xenon, how they're more of their challenge is if you're falling asleep, then you're going to lose, you're going to die. When you actually look at the Xenon and their strategies, and you might say, it's like, oh, what's left to do after you destroy Xenon? And it's like, well, the obvious thing, right?
Antriebe gestoppt.
First the Xenon, then the galaxy. Kill everyone.
Antriebe gestoppt.
I know that sounds cruel, but generally, if you want a good challenge of what next to take on after taking on the Xenon, try the Holy Order of the Pontifex, or alternatively, you could do the
Geschützturm.
Boron, or the Terran Protectorate, or the Split. Like, I would usually be like, oh no, I'm very anti anyone that wants to kill the Boron, but at the same time, why not?
Gefährliche Region entdeckt.
Why not go kill the Boron? Why not go and declare war on Modelization? Because they are a lot more threatening in different ways compared to Xenon. The Xenon may have that short-range firepower and danger, but something like the
Geschützturm.
oh shit, we're gonna have to pause that thought quickly. Oi.
K.
Completely pause that thought. This is the main threat when it comes to laying siege to the station. It's not the actual station itself, it is who comes looking to back it up. They seem to be a bit more distracted with dealing with that. I'm guessing he's come to reload his missiles. So actually, I may want to intervene there. And then once you guys are done with that, just follow me.
Reisemodus aktiviert.
Because the bigger problem is, of course, is that it's not so much the station, because the station doesn't move around, and you can usually work around the turrets if they're not moving around, you know. The Xenon K it moves, and it doesn't like to just sit there at the back line when if it's incredibly short range and incredibly deadly graviton turrets. It goes, I'm coming close. I'm closing the distance. It's why firmly still tell people that the Xenon K is not a battleship. It's a battle cruiser. Because
Geschützturm.
like a true battle cruiser, its main goal is to hunt down and kill cruisers and destroyers.
Gefahr. Gefährliche Region.
The speed of a cruiser with the guns of a
Antriebe
battleship.
gestoppt.
That is what a battle cruiser is. Oh, it's doing this shit again.
Geschützturm.
Ow. Oh.
Antriebe gestoppt.
Ow. Be cheeky, move around. Oh no, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. I'm thinking, nearly got them all. I might actually be developing a slight little, well, not like phobia, but definitely a reaction to that
Antriebe
noise
gestoppt. Triebwerk.
that those graviton turrets make. It is very unsettling for me.
Gefahr. Gefährliche Region. K. Geschützturm. Schildgenerator.
Okay, well, we have that targeted. Let's go and see if I do I have any missiles currently.
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert.
Yeah, I've got some missiles that I picked up. Yeah, I used dumbfire missiles on this. I'm out. Alright, we've got some other missiles in this that we randomly picked up, so we'll use those.
Steuerungsmodus deaktiviert.
Nice one. Those might be the dumbfire missiles, the
Antriebe
heavy
gestoppt.
dumbfires. Definitely not the cluster missiles. Right.
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert. Steuerungsmodus deaktiviert. Steuerungsmodus aktiviert. Schildgenerator. Geschützturm. Schildgenerator. PE. Gefahr K. PE.
These guys will probably, I want them to all start helping in with this shit. Orders, and what else? You'll just barrel in here and then start attacking him.
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert. M. N. M. Antrieb N. M. N. M. N. M. N. PE. M. N. M. Antriebe gestoppt. Gefahr. Gefährliche Region.
Here comes the fleet. Shiny and chrome. Well, not very chrome. Shiny, but nevertheless.
Antriebe gestoppt.
And now with some proper overlapping fire.
Schildgenerator. M.
Let's pause the game quickly. This is one of the reasons why I like pausing in this game, and then hide the interface, and bam, there's your screenshots. Just a real fucking bad place to be. Real bad place to be.
HUD aktiviert. Steuerungsmodus deaktiviert. Steuerungsmodus deaktiviert. Steuerungsmodus aktiviert. Container M. Containermagnet aktiviert.
The biggest help you can get
Containermagnet
when you're
aktiviert.
trying to deal with vast quantities of enemy
Antriebe
fighters
gestoppt.
and corvettes is to have overlapping fire. I remember someone complaining about, oh no, they had an Asgard and they had
PE.
a bunch of plasma turrets for the large turrets, and then for the very small, pitiful amount of medium turrets that the Asgard had, they had a bunch of flak guns, and they were complaining about how it wasn't killing anything. It's like, well, number one, the Asgard has a really shitty amount of medium turrets, and number two, flak guns don't have very good velocity. They're very good if the target is distracted dodging something else. Namely, like other ships' flak guns.
Antriebe gestoppt.
Then things get deadly.
M.
You should never have a ship solo going in somewhere. That's just asking for it to get shot down.
PE.
Being outnumbered is the biggest threat, especially if a ship like the Asgard that has kind of a pitiful amount of point defense for the
M.
size and importance and cost that it has. Yeah, sure, it might have a bunch of large turrets, but people are going to most likely not actually think, hey, I actually should put some beam turrets in here. Maybe even do a bit of engineering if we've got access to the engineering materials to modify the turrets to have fast turn rate, to make sure that they can very easily swing around and
Containermagnet deaktiviert. PE.
Erwarte Befehle.
destroy things.
Gefahr. Gefährliche Region entdeckt.
Erwarte Befehle.
Containermagnet deaktiviert.
Oh, we destroyed the H. I assume so.
Erwarte Befehle.
It's not here anymore. Guys? Oh yeah, there he is. There's the corpse.
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert. K.
What a pretty explosion.
Sprungtor. Attikwas Entscheidung.
Well, the mindless hordes are going to start getting quite fuming, so let's just start pushing the pressure.
Langstrecken-Scan-Modus aktiviert.
No rest for the wicked. We must push this advantage. Don't stop until we see the cold promised land.
Gefahr. Gefährliche
And then
Region
station,
entdeckt.
station, object, station. I mean, that's split territory. The split can
Steuerungsmodus
eat shit and
aktiviert.
die. Right, we want to hit this station next, then we want to go these stations. Then speak up the special H
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert.
whilst we are there. Right.
Steuerungsmodus M.
This is, of course, where things get a bit more hairy. Because this is
Steuerungsmodus
a
deaktiviert.
defense station that actually has some bite. Multiple turrets.
Gefahr. Gefährliche Region entdeckt.
1/2 of a Xenon Eye. Hey.
Steuerungsmodus
Ah.
Asgard.
There is an intervention called Asgard. Hopefully,
K.
by coming to their rescue in a sharpish manner, we might be able to piggyback off of its big gun to assist us in our operation.
Geschützturm.
I'm so tempted to just turn around and try and capture it. Come on now, Zia, don't be a dick.
Gefahr. Gefährliche Region entdeckt.
Yeah, those toys are tearing it apart. Not heavily, but it probably won't last much longer if it keeps on getting hit like that. All my complaints about the Asgard, it does still have a very big gun.
Asgard.
Erwarte Befehle.
Antriebe gestoppt.
Erwarte Befehle.
PE. K. Steuerungsmodus deaktiviert. Asgard.
The biggest ship in the Navy. God, I want to capture it. I mean, it'd be a real dick move, but at the same time, I wanna steal their ship.
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert.
No, it's gonna be mean. I wanna steal their ship. Let me steal it.
Steuerungsmodus
I mean,
aktiviert.
we could just say it. They lost it. They lost their mission on the way to.
Das ist nicht kein
Scan-Modus deaktiviert.
I mean, you're not really. Oh, it's got 2,000 crew. Not 2,000, but 200.
Antriebe gestoppt. Antriebe gestoppt.
How good is the crew? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Never mind then.
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert.
I'd have to Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Triebwerk.
Wait, where do you think you're going? I'm waiting for this Asgard to annihilate you. Closing in. Prepare firing solution.
Containermagnet deaktiviert. Containermagnet deaktiviert.
What's happening here? Oh, they're just being chased by some little shitty. Little shit.
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert. Steuerungsmodus deaktiviert. Gefahr. Gefährliche Region entdeckt.
I wonder if my ships are going to destroy it before I can actually get the gun turned around. I mean, this is a solid example of why this thing isn't as hot as some people might think. It's just like forever, taking forever, taking forever, taking forever. My ships are already coming in, pounding the ever-living hell out of the back end of this Xenon K, and it's about to blow up, and it's not yet got its gun turned around.
Gefahr. Gefährliche Region entdeckt.
Yeah, it's dead. It didn't even get a chance to fire.
HUD aktiviert.
And the price of one of those is a good 4 to 8 destroyers.
N.
It really is just like much of the Terran and like the lore behind the Asgard. It is just a show of might at the end of the day. It is really not as good as some people make it out to be. Now, this station does have large turrets.
Steuerungsmodus deaktiviert. Geschützturm. Geschützturm. Xenon Verteidigungsstation.
Let's see here. It's got some large turrets there, large turrets there, large turrets there.
Gefahr.
On top,
Gefährliche Region
it
entdeckt.
actually doesn't have any graviton turrets on top. So actually, guys, cancel all those orders. Let's get started. I will have to deal with the bottom ones, and the Asgard can just do what Asgards do, and that's waste the Terran Protectorate's funding. Lovely.
Antriebe gestoppt. Steuerungsmodus deaktiviert.
I feel like genuinely, I muted myself there, and I set up the view, so I was like, oh yeah, we'll get the view nicely for the Asgard shooting, and I disabled the HUD, and I muted myself so I can stay quiet so we can watch it in peace and quiet. Like, no, it's taking forever. It's like, just, what a blue balling bitch.
Geschützturm.
Of course, the other problem is that this is still a Xenon defense platform, and we're like with many of them,
Xenon Schildgenerator.
they have a lot of drones. A surprisingly large amount of drones, and if I'm not fucking careful, these drones are going to actually tear me a new one. Faster than the turrets will. So ideally, I need to
Antriebe gestoppt. Geschützturm.
eliminate the turrets as soon as possible,
Antriebe gestoppt.
and then run to the safety of the guns on my other destroyers. I'm technically not a destroyer as well, I am a galleon. Which is just a fancy way of saying a really fat frigate.
Geschützturm.
Oh, please don't break for the shields, please don't break for the shields, please don't break for the shields, please don't break for the shields. I need to get these things.
Xenon Geschützturm.
That is a worrying amount of deadly fire, and I don't like it. See what I mean? And that's what the H has as its main weapon. It's just shitloads of defense drones, and they can really rip you apart. And this is why I have the beam lasers on the
Phoenix.
Phoenixes, because they can help a
Antriebe
lot
gestoppt.
with dealing with
M.
little defense drones.
Gefahr.
They can be
Gefährliche
incredibly
Region
dangerous,
entdeckt.
and they alone can actually
Antriebe
tear
gestoppt.
entire battleships apart. Is this Asgard coming to help us? Wonderful!
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert. Verteidigungsdrohne.
Look at all these drones. They really do just start slicing you apart, don't they? It's just the volume of fire they have is just so horrific.
Antriebe gestoppt.
That's how they can actually, it can quite scarily rip through a large ship's shields, just in vast enough quantities.
Antriebe gestoppt.
But it does result some nice
Hard
views
deaktiviert.
when you've got all those beam lasers firing, all the bolt guns. It is a pretty sight.
HUD aktiviert. Steuerungsmodus deaktiviert.
Oh, where are you? You're safe there. I've already destroyed the turret, so whatever.
Steuerungsdrohne.
Who knows? Maybe the Asgard can help us in a moment. Some covering fire as well. But I wouldn't
Osaka.
put it past him for just being completely and utterly useless to us right now.
B.
That B. I could at least put this, the Hyperion's main guns a bit into use
Verteidigungsdrohne.
as a deterrent to
Verteidigungs-PE.
some of these corvettes to get them out of the way, because they do pose a little bit more threat than the drone swarm.
PE.
Weirdly enough. Arguably, I should actually have Argon beam turrets. Although some people might say I should actually get Terran beam turrets because they have higher damage. Well, I'd sort of say take the Argon beam turrets because they've got better rotation speed.
APE.
Please don't tell me you're trying to attack just that little shitty PE.
Gefährliche Region entdeckt. Verteidigungsdrohne. PE. Antriebe gestoppt.
You're not helping us lay siege to the station because you're busy faffing with the PE. Stop touching your P and help us destroy this the defense platform.
PE. Xenon-Verteidigungsstation.
Let's just make sure they haven't suddenly built another couple of large turrets. No, no, no. Large turrets in general are all disabled. Yeah.
Steuerungsmodus aktiv. PE.
I guess that is a good point. Yeah, we are now secured in the siege. My ships can merrily go along the way and destroying everything.
PE.
As for my economy, I might want to actually, once I'm done streaming for the day, I will put in the economy orders and then just stream a little bit, well, not stream, but like play a little bit to save extra.
Xenon-Verteidigungsstation.
That way. Oh my, did you get one of your turrets destroyed? Yeah, that's the sheer volume of little defense drones for you. They can and they will start trying to rip through even that. I've got a whole horde of them trying to come in.
PE. Gefahr. Gefährliche Region entdeckt.
I do want to get these boxes before I actually go to the rescue of my ship there, because they seem to be focusing on that PE over there. Actually, that Phoenix.
E. Containermagnet deaktiviert.
What's Asgard doing? Just whirling about like a merry little man.
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert. PE. Steuerungsmodus deaktiviert.
Bang! There we go.
Xenon Verteidigungsstation.
25% dead.
Gefahr. Gefährliche Region entdeckt. Steuerungsmodus aktiviert. M. Antriebe gestoppt. PE. N. Antriebe gestoppt. Antriebe gestoppt. M.
I mean, you can take cover away from my guns, but you'll be in the range of the Phoenix guns. It's actually another point where I like the Phoenix, and I mentioned this before on other streams as well when I was talking about this. The Phoenix has got some good turret coverage. Good all-round turret coverage. It's not the greatest, but it's pretty good.
Antriebe gestoppt.
If you're a player, you can easily... Oh, fucking hell, another fucking... Excuse my language, but there is another
Gefährliche Region.
one of those closing in. Yay.
Antriebe gestoppt. Verteidigungsdrohne.
Where is their drones?
SE.
I mean, I am attacking a station. I shouldn't be surprised.
Antriebe gestoppt. Verteidigungsdrohne. PE.
I ideally would like to...
Verteidigungsdrohne.
Right, we need to make a plan here. What's happening here? You guys... This fucking thing coming in here. Shite. Okay, plan. I want you guys to move here, and then I want you to attack this. And then what I'm going to do is go to orders so you don't mess up for me. Gonna move there, then attack that. 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 Move there. What? Move there. Move there, then attack that. So you're going to go there and then attack, down there and attack, go there and attack, go there and attack, go there and attack, go there and attack. And I am going to immediately rush now to try and destroy its turrets.
Steuerungsmodus K.
Oh, there's a lot of bees. The bees!
Gefahr. Gefährliche Region entdeckt.
Quickly detour to get rid of them. Their weapons do
Reisemodus aktiviert.
hurt quite a bit.
Geschützturm.
Don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me. Oh, I hate when it moves like that. Hates it, hates it. Okay, so letting me shoot that turret, so I'm just gonna fucking shoot another one.
Antriebe gestoppt.
It's not letting me target them. I'm fucking dead. I'm gonna die.
Antriebe gestoppt. Hülle beschädigt. K. Triebwerk. Antriebe gestoppt.
It's engines.
Antriebe gestoppt.
It's hurting, but we are alive. About 5 fucking more seconds.
Antriebe gestoppt. Antriebe gestoppt. Geschützturm. Antriebe gestoppt. Geschützturm. Antriebe gestoppt. Antriebe gestoppt. PE. K.
Oh, well, at least the shots are coming in from my other ships.
PE.
Oh, I was way too close. I need to try and make sure that they don't try and sneak in underneath me and destroy my shield generator.
Deaktiviert. PE.
I'm slightly worried of them getting too close and actually getting shot by those tires, but at least they're...
PE. Antriebe gestoppt.
Fuck off.
Antriebe gestoppt. Explosion steht bevor. N.
Before the explosion destroys my shield generator. Fuck out of here. Okay, it turns out I'm going to have to deal with it. Oh, that was ugly. That was ugly. That was ugly. That was ugly. That was not good. That was not good. That was not good. I do wonder what the fuck happens there. It happens with not just with this ship's main guns, but a lot of other ships. Their main guns, for some reason, just don't want to fucking target those 2 front turrets on the Xenon K. They always miss.
PE.
Let's get some covering fire. While Sal's and everyone else.
Antriebe gestoppt. Antriebe gestoppt. Container M. Gefahr. Gefährliche Region entdeckt.
I take a moment just to take a breather. I'm gonna pause here. Does make nice pictures.
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert. M. N.
I really want to loot everything that's lying here.
Antriebe
No,
gestoppt.
I shouldn't. Ow! My dude! The friendly fire!
Antriebe gestoppt.
Don't even apologize. What did I do? No, I'm leading us into this hell zone, but at least we've got the numbers. We won't have the numbers if you accidentally shoot me.
Gefahr. Gefährliche Region entdeckt. PI. M. Container.
Oh no, it's just Rex.
M.
Ay, ay, ay.
SE.
They really are just streaming out. This is part of the reason why I want to start pushing, because they've got into this super critical stage where they are just coming.
Container Magnet deaktiviert.
They're coming and they're coming and they're coming, and they are showing their ability to keep coming no matter how many you fucking destroy. There's always more. Oh no.
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert.
Right, everyone. Change of plan. Actually, I'm gonna wait for it to come a little bit
Das
closer.
tut mir wirklich schrecklich leid. Es wird nicht noch einmal passieren.
M. PI. N.
And they just keep building more and more. A tide. They go from being a few little raiding parties to just a tide that doesn't end. And I'm very much tempted to just say screw it and actually
Antriebe gestoppt.
destroy this Asgard's crew, regardless of what the Terran Protectorate will think. I need their ship. They're not using it correctly.
Antriebe gestoppt. PI.
I mean, it does seem like it's going to be trying to look at the K right now, so maybe it will be useful. Actually help us here.
Antriebe gestoppt.
Nope, that PE is trying to distract me.
K.
I'm incredibly
Antriebe
lucky
gestoppt.
that I only took the amount of damage I did
Deaktiviert.
over there. Oh my word. It could have gone a lot worse.
Spiel gespeichert.
Oh.
PI. Steuerungs-K. Steuerungsmodus deaktiviert.
I do like the fact that we don't need our shields to run our
Steuerungsmodus
boosters, so that's a much more convenient way to just engage enemies. Let's just use boost. Right, everyone. Once more, I need to ask you all to change your fire priorities. And quickly, first attack. Attack that one first. Attack that one first. Just so we don't have you. I know it's a bit babysitting and whatnot, but it's not too bad amount of babysitting. I'm not micromanaging too much, but at the same time, I do like to micromanage a little bit so we can make sure that they are not doing something
Reisemodus
stupid.
aktiviert.
Let's get above this time.
Antriebe gestoppt. Geschützturm.
I might accidentally be putting myself in between me and the Asgard.
Antriebe gestoppt.
Weirdly, if you actually go from the top, you can actually hit these turrets, but otherwise you... some infuriating reason, it's very difficult to hit.
Triebwerk. Antriebe gestoppt.
Okay, great. It's not actually using much of its turrets, but it's got one turret that's hitting my people, so I'm not too happy about that. There it is. Hi. I know it's going to hurt me, but I really want to hurt you. Oh, that's just a lot of freaking fire coming in right there. Good thing we took those extra shield generators. Really preferred all of the turrets to be, all the shield generators to be fully upgraded, but yeah, well. Screw you.
Schildgenerator.
Go K somewhere else. Okay? Ks are bad. Okay?
K. Phoenix. E. M. Antriebe gestoppt. Explosion steht bevor. Steuerungsmodus deaktiviert.
There's a loss in my coffee.
Xenon Verteidigungsstation. M. PE. Gefahr. Gefährliche Region entdeckt. Antriebe gestoppt. M. Xenon Verteidigungsstation.
Okay, they haven't rebuilt any of that.
Steuerungsmodus
But,
aktiviert.
before they start trying to pull something cheeky, I want to stop something here.
SE. Gefahr. Gefährliche Region entdeckt.
I would like to do the sensible thing and have a prolonged war with an enemy that relies on whittling you down and destroying you with sheer tides of enemies. I'm going to break their economy.
SE.
While that will require destroying their economy ships, their mining ships. These are not the priority threat right now, but right now I'm not too busy. I'll get rid of them. Yes, that includes you, little one. I'm so sorry. The SE looks so cute and so adorable, and it really hurts me.
Container. Gefahr. Gefährliche Region entdeckt.
Before the next wave of H's coming through. Hing all about.
Container.
There's a bit of me that's upset about this wastage, and from a moral standpoint, it's like quite a terrible waste of raw material. But you know what? It's currently Xenon's material, and I would like to remove it from their economy.
Containermagnet deaktiviert. N. M. Steuerungsmodus deaktiviert.
How are we looking? Anything on our radar?
Gefährliche Region
Doesn't
entdeckt.
seem like it. Doesn't seem like
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert.
that Asgard is slowly getting the idea of coming in and helping us. But I mean, they're humans, they're Terrans, they'll just fuck about and piss about and cause problems for everyone else. And if you know the lore of X4, that's basically the entire story.
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert.
The X4 galaxy exists, humans. But what if? And then everything went downhill.
Antriebe gestoppt. M.
Oh, yeah, you can think you can harass me forever, little friend, but I've got a lot of other
Drohne 1.
tasks helping me here.
Xenon Verteidigung.
There's a part of me that's like, oh, but I should mention that I don't really have any sort of mission that specifically says, oh, but get rid of it, but I like on the basis of like,
Antriebe gestoppt.
well, I don't have a mission that's specifically saying clear these areas. But the thing is, when you think about it, and the catastrophic
Steuerungsmodus
damage
Asgard.
that would be caused if I allow them to live, that would be
Xenon
huge,
Verteidigungsstation.
huge amount of damage. And I'd rather not have that damage.
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert.
It's paying effort and money to not be annihilated.
Gefahr. Gefährliche Region entdeckt. Antriebe gestoppt.
Plus, there is the location there that I literally want to capture for myself and say, it's my location now. And I very much like that location. I think it looks beautiful and I want to build a station there and I want to say, this is my throne now. This is my home. This is my holiday home, my temple, my promised land. And to get there, I need to go through all these Xenon and blow them to Kingdom Come, so that I may be able to have that space.
Antriebe gestoppt. Antriebe gestoppt. Gefahr. Gefährliche Region entdeckt. Asgard.
I'm still so horrifically tempted to take that Asgard.
Xenon Verteidigungsstation.
I mean, I could just repair my relations a little bit later on with the
Antriebe
Terrans.
gestoppt.
It wouldn't be too hard. Plus, I
Antriebe
could get
gestoppt.
more
Osaka.
Osakas from
Verteidigungsstation.
Cigaris. And since I'm not
Steuerungsmodus
really using that
deaktiviert.
much, besides the main caliber gun and the Osaka itself, I'm not really using Terran
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert.
tech. It wouldn't be too much of a pain to actually just splat their crew and out through the galaxy and claim that ship mine.
Gefahr. Gefährliche Region entdeckt. Antriebe gestoppt.
Don't pay attention to what I'm about to do. Alright? Just don't. Let me just pause just so we don't have any interference. Upgrade repair. Oh, could you just buy Marines? A lot of them. Like in a lot of Marines. No particular reason, just a lot of Marines. And you as well. For no particular reason. Marines. No reason. Nothing. Don't mind.
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert. SE.
But I will say, we're about 2.5 hours into the stream. Minus a little bit of preparation time and of course the break I had. Yeah.
Xenon Verteidigungsstation.
I'm still not sure if I will live stream Saturdays and Sundays, but I might also start thinking about what other day of the week I might actually put aside to do a little live stream. Yeah. I have to check out exactly what will be most convenient, because there's also a thought of like, yes, my mother and father are unfortunately quite old.
Antriebe gestoppt.
So I need to make sure that I'm available to help them in their elderly state. And they should be coming home any moment now to, because they were at a birthday party for my uncle. Eh. Oh, these tires are actually hitting me.
Geschützturm.
Anything coming on radar? Nope. And Asgard is still being
Steuerungsmodus
as
aktiviert.
useful as the entirety of the Terran Protectorate.
Xenon Verteidigungsstation.
Otherwise, I'm completely fucking useless.
Antriebe gestoppt.
I am going to take that bloody thing. I don't care anymore.
Gefahr. Gefährliche Region entdeckt.
I just need to make a little quick save and, you know, we'll end the stream. And then I will... off stream... do the entire schlep of capturing it. Why there's no other... there's some boron, a Royal Trader, Sturgeon... no. This Asgard is completely fucking alone, and if it wasn't for my intervention... Ooh, see what I did there? Ooh. It would be fucking dead.
Antriebe
As
gestoppt.
far as I'm concerned. I own the ship now.
Antriebe gestoppt. Asgard. Steuerungsmodus aktiviert.
I might need to do a bit of wave assaulting on this thing, but
Deaktiviert.
hey. So what? It's got a lot of veterans.
Steuerungsmodus aktiviert. Xenon Verteidigungsstation. SE.
Well, let's slap the freaking supply lines a bit.
Xenon Verteidigungsstation. Geschützturm. Xenon Verteidigungsstation. Gefahr. Gefährliche Region entdeckt. SE.
I'm sorry, this site is no longer being under construction, it's under
Xenon
demolishment.
Verteidigungsstation.
To deliver your ore and energy cells somewhere else, little SE.
Asgard. Steuerungsmodus Deaktiviert.
And Ui. Right, everyone. Maybe we'll call it here. Of course, we'll save the game.
Aktiviert.
Make sure I save it. If I live stream again, it'll probably be a little bit further on in the story, in the blasting of things.
Gefahr. Gefährliche Region
Generally,
entdeckt.
we'll be continuing with this save when I go on live stream playing X4. I'll be playing on the save.
Steuerungsmodus
Just
aktiviert.
put my words where my mouth is, and you know, well, when you see me next time, you will most likely see that this Asgard is under new ownership. Just to put my money where my mouth is, and so you don't think I'm lying. Before I go, I am going to take this thing. As those two not yet gotten the people yet, but that's okay. It doesn't matter.
Steuerungsmodus
You can always
aktiviert.
clap this thing's back end. So my name is Zia.
Triebwerk.
Thank you very much for watching. And if you've watched along on the live stream or are of course
Antriebe gestoppt.
watching in the future, I did a stream on Saturdays for 1 hour to 2 hours, but I'm trying to work my way up. So at this, when it's my birthday, I can do a nice little 8-hour stream.
Stoppen Sie Ihren Angriff unverzüglich.
Sorry, no, can't help that. You are being incredibly useless with this
Antriebe
entire
gestoppt.
operation.
Gefahr.
I am
Gefährliche
taking you.
Region entdeckt.
This is my ship now. Ooh. I want to just hide here. We're just gonna wave assault this thing.
Steuerungsmodus
It also avoided
deaktiviert.
getting to me, those loss on reputation.
Steuerungsmodus
And of
aktiviert.
course, we'll need to make sure that my other ships don't accidentally engage it in combat as we are here. And yeah. I guess on that note, you'll have to see next week if I've got it fixed up and ready for action.
Spiel gespeichert.
What shall we call it? Ooh, Hubris. I should call the battleship Hubris. Now, again, my name is here. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye. Goodbye. Hello, stream.